Hi everyone, this is Monica and this is my screencast reflection on my interactive project. I want to start by talking to you about what I've done so far and why, and to do that I want to show you my initial draft. This is my very first timeline draft. It is very drafty, but it is showcasing or detailing rather the different swing dances that were invented and popularized in America in the 20th century. Jitterbug, Charleston, Lindy Hop, Shag. I basically just have the title of the dance, the name of the dance, and a year associated with it for this draft. But let me show you my initial map. My initial map was showcasing swing dance hotspots, as I call them. So these are just different places in America, primarily on the East Coast, where different types of swing dances were invented and or popularized. And basically the information that I found on the history of swing dance was not as great in quantity as I had hoped, or in quality really. And so I ended up changing my topic because I didn't think that I was going to be able to fill out the timeline, especially as much as I wanted to. So I switched my topic to Downton Abbey. I was inspired by some of my classmates to focus on entertainment. Because it's really conducive to multimedia projects, and you can include lots of video clips and images within your project. Anyway, so my timeline is showing the evolution of the relationship between Mary and Matthew, two of the main characters in the show, who have a very tumultuous relationship, very tense relationship, and they go through a lot of ups and downs. We thought it would be interesting to talk about that. The way I have it broken up so far is by phases that the relationship goes through and certain scenes that are important to their relationship. So here's a phase that they go through. Here is a certain scene that sort of made them go in a different direction. Another phase that they went through. Things like that. I am playing around with the organization at this point and thinking about whether or not I want to stick with this kind of combo between phases and scenes, or if I want to stick strictly to scenes or strictly to phases as they go through. My primary concern at this point is making my information more interesting. My intended audience is fans of the show, people who already know something about this relationship, and so I want to avoid solely summary, although I do think a little bit of summary is important because I am trying to recap such a complex relationship for viewers. However, I want to make it a little bit more engaging and maybe make it funny or have some layer of analysis or some sort of added insight that goes beyond just plain summary and will make this more interesting to my audience. Um, for the map, I am doing different filming locations for the show. I was able to come up with 13, and there's a lot of information here on a few different sites, but I was able to compile it into one document, which I really liked. I like the fact that I can put all of these locations on a map because I think for myself, when I watch a TV show or a film, I get wrapped up in the magic. I think, that that village really is one place, but doing my research and actually plotting these locations onto a map made me realize, for example, the main village in this show is really shot in at least 4 different locations. So it's kind of cool to see that because it reveals all of the work that really does go into creating the mastery that is film. Um, and let's see if I can show you one of my examples. If it'll load, it might not load. My internet is lagging right now. But this is, an example of a marker, and I'll just explain what it is. So in here it says in real life what the location is, and then in Downton Abbey what the location is. And then I have my sources, and then I also have an image to go along with each one of these. And so that's where I am right now. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with the map now than I am when I started off. I have gotten the hang of it, and I'm really liking what it can do. Timeline.js is proving a little bit more difficult for me. One thing that I discovered that I like is that I can just put in the month and the year for the days. Although it says it's invalid, when I pressed publish, it worked. I don't know why, but it did, and I was happy about that because I didn't have exact dates for this. Something that I'm struggling with is this title row. This didn't publish for some reason when I pressed publish, so I need to watch some more tutorials and ask more questions in class and get the hang of this program a little bit more since it is new to me, as is ZMAP. But I like the possibilities here and am looking forward to working on both of these projects more. Thank you for watching my screencast, and I will talk to you in my next blog post.